Hello, guys. Welcome back to the Skedaddle podcast. These are your hosts, John and
Chris,
so welcome back to another week. We are
how did you like our previous?
picking back up with. I actually did see some a like in one of the videos, but I think it was on YouTube.
You did?
Mm-hmm. But I don't know who it was. It doesn't say anything. We need to increase our
I need to.
presence.
I stopped scrolling on Instagram and actually use it for the purpose I opened it.
It's hard to do the Instagram thing.
Yeah, it needs some influencer in me
Mm-hmm.
that I don't have. Trying to figure out how to make this mute. I really don't like that daily webcam.
Just go to the.
It's okay. It's okay. It's good. I'll figure it out. Sound.
Yes. So this week we are, picking up our monthly subreddit kind of stories, hot takes, opinions, whatever you want to call it. Let me not do the hot takes because that is probably copyrighted. But hello, Morgan. No.
You know you're up to us.
Yeah. But yeah. So actually, that's where we know. So we're gonna talk about kind of like what do you call it? Should I leave or not? We picked the relationship advice subreddit just because. Oh no, I think we did something for February similar, right? Because it was Valentine's. But maybe we didn't.
No, not in this year.
No?
No, this year we actually talked about love.
Oh yeah. That's,
Yeah, it's like what do you feel?
I think maybe the previous year with the.
Maybe.
Okay, well, happy anniversary.
Did we get to anniversary? No,
No.
not yet. So it wouldn't make sense. We wouldn't do it in February if it started in April.
Yeah, that's true.
We just did it, I think, one of our. Anyway,
Anyway,
this is what we want to do.
yeah.
Tell us in the comments if you disagree. Show me something.
Let's bring some drama back into this podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Something spicy. Not in that way. Not.
It almost gets there.
I know somehow. Well, this one seems like it's gonna be kind of spicy.
Okay.
But as usual, I just rank or sort by the top of the past year.
You changed your watch band?
Mm-hmm.
I like this.
Yeah, thank you.
It's cool.
It looks more formal, right?
Mm-hmm. But still a sport.
Mm-hmm. So this one is in past year. We found out it means like literally like day wise, not calendar year. So some of these are from 6 months ago or whatever. But okay, this one is an update. So I'm not sure if I read those because they're updates. See, like when you have the update, that means the story is already told.
Okay, well, all of them are update though. So what is the story? Does the update one says where the story is? Like the first one.
Let's see. No.
But maybe they tell us the story in it.
I mean, they might tell us some of it. Let me see. Okay, so this one. Yeah, that one does, but not the other ones. Let me see. Okay, this one does have something.
Go back to the up there, the first.
This one doesn't have like a link or anything.
No, it does say a story at the top.
Yeah, but it's not the first.
Okay, go to the next one.
I mean, I can.
I just like the topic of it sounds interesting.
Sure. Let's get what's it called? Not viewers' discretion advice.
Yeah.
Listener discretion advice. Mature content. Potential essay talk. We'll see. So you've been advised, so that we don't get flagged by Spotify.
Spotify one doesn't look at us.
Oh, that's true. I know that. They're not anybody. Okay, so this one is again from Relationship Advice. It says update a complete virgin, 22 female.
Okay.
Here, my friend, 23 male, suggested casual sex. How can I respond? All right. So I had a friend offer a casual friends with benefits type of situation after he found out I was entirely inexperienced. The consensus from you all was basically that it is a very bad idea. You all are gonna yell at me.
Oh,
okay. So initially I was gonna turn him down, and I did. You guys low-key scared me, and I started thinking everything will be ruined forever. So I told him I didn't think it was a good idea. Then I went to a party, and he was there. I got kind of drunk, and he took care of me. He made sure I ate something good, not something. I got home safe. Didn't at all make didn't at all make a move. Just a really sweet guy. It made me rethink. Some of you guys said that he was thinking about it with me or manipulative, but honestly, he is just incredibly nice. I decided I wanted to try things with him, not necessarily
Well,
for.
now it's just like you just have an interest in that person.
Yeah.
It doesn't, but that's how it starts.
Yeah, so it says not necessarily full on sex right away, though. Since I am inexperienced, I offered up the idea, and he was down. He seemed genuinely flattered that I trust him in that way. So we laid down some ground rules and talked about everything. Decided that we both wanted. Decided what we both wanted. Ultimately, it was decided that we should start super slow and reassess over time to make sure everything was good. We did a lot of things I had done before. Full makeout sessions, heavy petting, hand stuff, etc. It was so nice. All caps. I was nervous, don't get me wrong, but he was so reassuring and sweet. It was all exciting and fun. He is really good at putting me at ease and making me comfortable. He frequently checked in on me to make sure I was all right and was just downright gentleman. About a week about a week and a half of this did have me feeling closer to him. Okay, this is like along closer to him than I was prepared for. And then I felt so incredibly stupid for not listening to everyone's warnings. Oh. So I decided I wanted to stop it before I got actually hurt. Well, he actually wanted to stop it before I could tell him. He confessed that he actually started developing a real feelings for me immediately during our first time trying things out. He said that he always found me attractive, but that his feelings are much more intense than he anticipated them being. So he said we should slow down or stop. I told him I had flown a little too close to the sun myself. He asked me out like on a real date. I hadn't been on one of those before. I said yes. We're actually not officially dating. It is new and kind of scary, but I am very happy. I guess ultimately I could have just asked him out initially, but I am kind of a dumbass. So yeah.
This is nice.
I know. And
That was
the,
so
the first
sweet.
comment's like, you're all gonna yell at me, proceed to end in the best possible outcome.
I know. Like what?
Yeah.
What? Yeah. Okay.
Okay, this is nice.
Okay. That was lame. Go this.
You are just ready for like,
I was
I'm in
on
the
your
juicy,
arm,
yeah,
like,
you in the
I
juicy
was
deets.
like, what would I do? Well, this test you should have just done. You did great. Okay.
That's nice. They're young. They figure something out. You know what? Back in those days. Okay, you want to read this one? Oh no, I can read.
You did it.
Yeah, I read. Okay.
I just put. I'm still eating.
I know. So this is the next one from 5 months ago. Update: my 27 female boyfriend, 29.
Sorry.
Okay, she is 27. The boyfriend is 29. Okay, of 7 years, decided to cheat on me.
Okay.
I'm
here we
going
go.
to-
That's
yeah.
what I'm talking about.
I am going to disappear from his life. Is there anything I'm missing? And it says this is an update from
Take your
this post.
stuff.
So the original post, it says, I, 27 female, just found out my boyfriend, 27 male, of 7 years cheated on me. My boyfriend went to this our home
Bonnie
state.
Blue.
No. Oh, went to our home state to see his family for the weekend. He's been going quite often this year, about once a month, saying it is because his grandparents are old and miss him. I thought nothing of it until this morning. I got a screenshot from a mutual friend of ours of my boyfriend's location on Snapchat. Okay. He was at his parents' house, but a girl's bit emoji was there as well. It wasn't his sister or mom and his parents who weirdly also has Snapchat were home either. I mean, my mom has Snapchat too, but
Does?
she only uses that to check our location.
Okay.
Like my brother's location. Like she doesn't use it for anything. But the location there is weird because you had to allow it, and also if you haven't been on for a while, it just disappears.
So how would like her friends see this random girl's location?
Well, that must mean that the friends, her friends is friends with that person.
Okay.
There's no other way to see
Okay.
people
So
location.
it's not that like you can just open your location, everybody in the world see it.
Yeah, I don't think so. Unless there is a public thing like that, but
Why
I
would
don't.
you-
Yeah, why would you show that? But as far as I mean, I don't have Snapchat anymore, so I just know that was a thing.
Okay.
Okay, so let's see. So he didn't tell me he was going to be with anyone else today. I tried to call him, but he did not pick up.
Mm-hmm.
I looked up on Snapchat and his location was turned off. Damn. Okay, the mutual friend says my boyfriend has told everyone at home we have broken up 4 months ago. He said my boyfriend was making him stay quiet about it because he was trying to find the right time to tell me. As far as his parents know, he's moving.
Tell them that we have broken up months ago.
Yeah, he's moving home once our lease is up. The reason our mutual friends told me was because he walked in on my boyfriend and the girl hooking up with each other all this morning. What? Wait, I still don't understand how this friend is walking in. Yeah, that's what I'm
Is your
saying.
friend the one that you're cheating on?
Hopefully
This is, like, the way
not.
of saying it.
Yeah, he like texted an old friend who lives in my hometown, and she immediately asked why my boyfriend was on Tinder. We caught up, and she sent me proof, his photos on Tinder and his bio. It hurt to see that photos I took of him were used. He had even covered my face in a photo we took together and said, "This could be you." That is so bad.
No way.
Yes, this could.
Is
Where
that
is
even,
this?
is that even like that? Isn't it like a huge red flag? Like if you see that as a Tinder thing.
I mean, have you ever seen those reels where like Tinder people with their Tinder profiles and they see like the descriptions? They're
No.
hilarious. There are some guys that will do some kind of stuff like this, I think.
Cool.
I had no idea his family thought we were broken up and that he was looking for other people to date. We even went to Italy a month ago, celebrating our 7-year anniversary. I'm so confused and I don't know what to do. I look around and everything in an apartment seems like a lie. The soon-to-be ex texted me just now he is on his flight back. He'll be back in about 5 hours. Obviously, he can't find his own way to the apartment from the airport. I'm shocked and numb, but my best friend is going with me my best friend is with me helping me pack. I'm leaving and I'm not leaving a trace of myself behind. Our dog is coming with me.
Yeah.
And I'll be staying at my best friend's place for now. My soon-to-be ex and I already have separate bank accounts, and our joint bank account does not have much in it right now. I make sure he does.
What a horrible.
I make
person.
more than he does so he can keep it. I can't go to the different office because it's closed on Sundays, but I sent an email asking for an early termination of the lease. We raised her as domestic partners, so I completed the termination form and will drive up to LA County office tomorrow. He is from my health insurance, and I've sent an email to HR to kick him out.
They've been together for 7 years.
We have several large photo albums together, and I'm not sure what to do with those. Keeping them will be too difficult, but I don't want to have him the satisfaction of having our photos. It's clear he uses our memories in a horrible way. Is there anything I'm missing? I can't seem to think of anything, and all my thoughts seem so jumbled. Nothing makes sense, but I know I can stay. Any help to ghost a person this close to my heart will be appreciated. Okay, so that was the original story.
This is one of the heartbreak breakups to deal with. She's gonna like have a long time to recover.
Mm-hmm. So the update is here, right? Just
Back together.
no, these are long list of bullet points. So I thank you everyone for the solid advice. I'm compiling everything I did in the first section, so if others need a way to contact with that person, they can reference this. So as mentioned in the comments, I logged myself out of our Apple TV and Xbox. I canceled the Wi-Fi that I paid for and returned the modem to the carrier. I took my payment information for utilities off our account. I packed up all my sauces, spices, cooking oils, and took note to only leave dry rosemary behind. He hates that shit. I printed out.
It's only 5 hours? This is impressive.
I mean, yeah. I printed out and framed the screenshot of his Tinder profile and left it on the kitchen table. I closed a piece of dog poop in the frame as well. Oh my God. I'll keep the photo albums. He can have this. Dang. So she put a piece of poop in the frame with the Tinder profile screenshot that she printed out.
Okay.
Okay. I took a video of
You
the
have 5 hours. This is a lot of time.
I took a video of the entire apartment after packing up all my things. I left my keys in the mailbox to the leasing office and emailed the leasing office of my departure with the videos of what the apartment looked like prior to locking up.
That's smart.
Okay, I updated my address for the USPS, vet, hospital, school, work, and my dog's chip. I talked to HR and I'm in the process of getting him off my health insurance, changing the benefactor of my life insurance to my parents. If I could name my dog an emergency contact. I'm going to the bank to take myself off the joint account. I don't think you can do that with other person.
Yeah.
Fortunately, I'm not worried about my credit as all of our finances have stayed separate, but I'm grateful to those who told me to freeze my credit. I logged out of all the devices for streaming services, social media, my work, personal, school, email. I blocked him on all social media, chat rooms, and his phone number. I made a doctor's appointment to get STD tested. I'm on my way to an appointment with the county office to terminate our domestic partnership.
What does that mean?
Because they're not married, right? But I think depends on what state you're in. But there are certain stipulations like, if you and somebody else, your partner, even though you're not married, have lived this long and you're like, there was some kind of agreement that yes, you're going to be in a partnership together, then you consider a domestic partner.
Okay, and what does that mean?
It just means like
You
you kind
need to
of,
go like cancel it or
because things are still like as if you're married, kind of like you get
you
a,
can get into trouble.
yeah, like you get the tax benefit, you get like all these things,
Oh,
and like,
interesting.
so that's,
I know that.
I saw that somewhere.
I knew that like you can count as married person. I didn't know if you want to break up, you have to go figure out that this is not it anymore.
Yeah.
Like almost like a divorce, the paperwork.
Maybe it's not as serious as a divorce thing, but it's still like an official contract kind of thing that you had to break off. So, no, see, it's been an incredibly busy 18 hours. But I had a lot of help from my friends. I haven't been able to sleep either. As far as what happened since he arrived, here is what's up. Okay. I already blocked him before he landed. I received many texts and calls from his parents and sister that I did not see. Then, when I noticed his sister calling, I picked up. At first, the call was hostile. She accused me of being some crazy ex-girlfriend that couldn't let her brother go. Funny, since I just packed up and left. She brought up that I had been 4 months and that I needed to move on. I told her that the ex never approached me about breaking up and that a month ago we celebrated our 7-year anniversary and started to plan our wedding. I had no indication he even wanted to break up. We reset a bit. She allowed me to tell my side of the story. I told her he was somewhat distant this year, but he had blamed it on their grandparents being old and wanted to spend more time with them before they die. Turns out, grandparents have been dead for 2 years.
Oh my God.
What? I have never met them because my ex claimed they were super racist since the grandpa was a Vietnam War vet. I'm Southeast Asian.
Oh no.
Turns out you can't be racist when you're dead. What the hell?
God.
We ended the call on a positive note, with the sister saying that it was a lot to take in. She said she felt bad as the girl he was cheating on me was one of her friends. See, that's what I heard. They had to be friends for her to see things. She had introduced them to each other sometime last year when my ex was apparently unhappy with that relationship. They hit it off and he was supposed to break it off with me. I guess he never had the balls to do so. She was also confused as to why he was on Tinder as he was in a relationship with her friend. I sent her all the Tinder receipts after hanging up. Later in the night, I received an email from the ex. To sum it up, yes, he asked me to come to the apartment to talk it out. No, he did not apologize for anything. He ended the email with, "I love you." As far as I know, he doesn't know where I am. I also don't believe he knows where my friend lives, as he just moved and he hasn't been here yet. He also doesn't seem like the type of person, but I guess I didn't really know him after all.
Yeah, you did not know
Like,
this
we'll
guy.
keep the locks ready and the bats near the door. It's been so helpful just writing out everything that's happened so far. But all of your advice, support, and guidance in this situation has made me feel empowered me to leave. At times, I just want to stop packing and hope that he can come home, everything will go back to normal, and the text will just be a distant memory. Your words of encouragement have really helped me follow through and leave. Nothing good will have come from staying. Thank you all again.
The grandparents being dead for 2 years, that was really, really a shocker.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
What are you reading?
There was an edit, like I just added the link to the beginning of the original post. And the second edit says, sorry, I wasn't clear about the timeline. The parents and sister called me about 2 hours after he landed. I assume it was because he got home, realized the person paying half of his rent will no longer be doing so, and reached out to his family. The dog poop may have contributed to the heightened emotions. I mean,
honestly, she's so nice. She could have done way worse. I would call, she's just she has a very good friend, I think. First of all, like that they did very rationally about everything. I would not call him for sure, but I would call his parents. Like when I was immediately when I figured it out and I was sure that this is true, I would call him and then imagining like telling the parents, the grandparents, and they said like, "Oh my God, my parents are," and it's just so disgusting to hear your kid is such a scumbag. Like that's the only thing I would call the parents, because there was this thing when you're like in relationship with somebody for a long time, somehow like you.
Yeah, I mean, all of your life are intertwined. Like,
yeah,
everything's like,
I know. For example, I'm sure there's sometimes that you do trust a lot of things of your partner because you kind of see their elders and all that. But unless maybe she really didn't have connections with them, because
that's what. But actually, they live far apart.
But like you go in like a trip in Italy. And I don't know, like you don't call them or anything during it.
No. Video call?
Not me, but like the
I mean, I guess it depends, but I mean that's not something that
No, I wouldn't do it either.
Yeah.
But like I don't know.
That's what it depends. Like, if you don't have a big family, or you weren't really close, and like,
but he's keeping going there.
But also like the fact that he said, like, "Oh, my grandparents are racist." Like he probably has made other
everybody else
comments or efforts to keep her like distant from the family, like based on you're Southeast Asian.
To him, she was just a source of really safety net in terms of financial. So he didn't want to fuck it up because there's no other reason.
Probably.
Right?
Because, at 4 months? How do you go?
Because they're far away. And it's your family there, so you have a very good reason to not look at your phone. Oh, I was doing this. I was just with my, it's you don't have suspicion like what you're doing. Oh, I don't know. Like it's your parents and family there.
Yeah.
But the fact that he has a Tinder on, so he's just having fun with this other person too. He's not really having a
like they're just like
relationship with them. That person is also so poor.
But what if she didn't know? How would she know? The other person.
The other person doesn't know.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. Like, it just sucks to be that
person. Oh, yeah. I thought it was like, yeah.
Because that person is nothing but entertainment. Like, it's her. She is the stability. She's the money. She's memories, all that. That person is nothing. Oh, my God. That was
literally nothing.
That was wild. That's, takes so much mental load to be able to manage these things, being able to manage so much lies, so much schedules, all that kind of thing. I am not capable.
Oh my God, that is just too much. Like the whole the parents have been there, their grandparents have been there for 2 years. He already told them they broke up like 4 months ago. Like they just keep getting worse.
One person, but like all of them, this person being just like, you know what? Yeah, sure. My grandparents are dead. Not dead. I'm there. I have to go visit him, and he.
Yeah, like I don't like.
I'm distant because I'm not in a good mood.
But see, but if you told the parents like, "Oh, I broke up with her," like they didn't check on her like at all, or like.
That's a good point.
But he also told him like,
we don't know what he had told.
But see, but the sister was like, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, basically, like, oh, you don't let them go. You're crazy. So he probably told her, don't bother her. Like, yeah, it's being hard.
Dirty.
Like someone would have sent like a thing like, hey, we're thinking, or like, oh,
no.
No,
Depending on what your son says to you,
I guess that's true.
like what if like he probably kept it like not so crazy that they get angry and want to call her and tell her shit. Just more like we just haven't been doing, but she's not letting go. She's obsessed with me, so let's just not touch her at all. So she knows that we all caught up. Or I have told her, like I am not allowing anybody to communicate with you. They have.
That's true. That's true.
I mean, the guy
He,
is
like,
an expert liar.
Yeah, he like manipulated the whole situation in his favor.
Everybody. That is really. I want to see a picture of it.
There are no links for anything like that. They have.
Wow. That
Yeah, like the comments like sounds like he's going to have a lot of explaining to do to his family and the woman he's been seeing over there.
I just like feel like it's I don't know how close the family were and the grandparents and all. That hurts so bad. Like if I learned that, for example, somebody so close as an adult using the death of that person and sickness of that person like that's just so disgusting. Oh my God.
I'm just saying, like, what drives a person to do this?
Huh?
Like, why would you even?
I don't know.
That's fine. Like,
yeah, exactly. I mean, sure, like maybe they were. It's 7 years, right? You just get cold and separated, and then something happens, and you just. I really don't know. Bad friends.
yeah, because what is the benefit or like why stick? I guess because of the security,
Money,
right? The
yeah.
money, the security. But even then, like, they're not even engaged or anything, right? They've just been together for 7 years. And
Maybe he wanted to marry her at some point.
maybe. I mean, I understand.
Well, you would have told your parents and everything. I have no idea.
That's like, why there's a person to
What
do
is
this?
this person?
Because if you want to be done, you can just be done, right? There's no.
Or like, a lot of people cheat, but they don't get their family.
That's
on
why
their
I'm saying,
side.
like, if you want to, like, there's a thing about cheating, but then all the, like, you keep it a secret, right? You don't tell everybody, like, hey, yeah, like, I'm done.
Literally running 2 different lives.
Mm-hmm.
Like this is crazy. He's one of those people that they can go marry somebody else, have a totally family, like whole character and everything in another state. They are people that they manage to do that.
That's true.
And then later in life it happens and it's like, oh,
But it has to be like,
but
it has to be more like the job that you have,
Yeah.
right?
So it's like one of those that you have to travel.
You have to travel a lot. You have to do. There was a documentary on Netflix about some guy like that. But he will trick older women that have money into being in a relationship with them, and he will do it like multiple times a year. And he had a whole family in Spain and all these people, and like, yeah, he will like go on trips with them and all these things. And I was like,
That is so fascinating.
and no one would know. I was
I
like,
am very hungry. Okay.
you can.
There's nothing else. These are
Oh.
napkins.
Okay.
I cannot eat that. Did you eat already?
No.
Is something else?
Yeah.
Okay. Update. My boyfriend, 31 male, is going away for all of Memorial Day weekend to spend time with his friend, 31F, in a cabin alone. Original post. Female. Too long didn't read?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
My boyfriend, 31 male, is spending Memorial Day weekend alone in a cabin with a friend, 31 female, which is triggering for me due to past experiences with inappropriate boundaries in my last relationship. He says he doesn't want to go and suspects she may have romantic feelings. I see, but he is still going out of guilt and some vague obligation to her. I, 29 female, feel excluded, disrespected, and confused. I want to support him, but also need to feel prioritized and emotionally safe. How can I express this without being controlling? Update. I offered potential solutions. I offered compromises. I was clear with what exactly was bothering me and that I would never put him in this position. I told him he would be so incredibly hurt, and rightfully so, if I did this to him. Okay. I told him he could decide for himself what he wants to do, and I told him what I wouldn't be tolerating from a partner. He acknowledged and agreed that everything I was saying was true. Okay. Then he went. because he wants to get out of the habit of being so flaky.
What?
Oh my
Made a
God.
commitment.
Made the
that he
commitment.
has to
So
go.
go. Well, make a fucking commitment to your girlfriend. How about that, you flaky bitch? Sorry.
It's
I kept
true
saying
though.
him that I always love him now only as a friend. Like I told him from very beginning. Now I'm not even sure I can or want to. Love is a choice. The opposite of love is indifference. Tell me about it. And he's all but he's okay, and he's all but told me he's indifferent to me both as a partner and a friend.
Yeah, I mean, basically he basically told
he's
me,
not gonna love you.
yeah, like I'm like those. I don't care
Okay.
you. Yeah.
Thanks for the tough love, Reddit. I'd rather be angry at him, at myself for not seeing this coming, than be sad while he feels absolutely nothing. Edit to add. Yes, I ended it. I can't even think about him or the situation without being angry. I look forward to when the anger turns to indifference. I mean, yeah,
Yeah, I would
that was easy.
understand this.
It's interesting. He has the emotional capacity to immediately recognize that if this was the tables turned, he did not like this at all. And he even like verbalized it, right? But this he needed to do so much. He wanted to do so much. Just cut him off completely. That's the best thing for you, and that's what matters here. Agreed. You need to be careful when he comes back. He will try to get you back.
Here he wants to say. Okay, yeah. There's like people saying like, please tell us that you're done. You know, really just cheating on your
It's kind
friend.
of like,
Exactly.
okay, give me something nice.
And like really just cheating full on in front of your face.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
Cheated, I'm gonna like, because I have decided about this, I gotta go through with it.
exactly.
And I want you to
I-
understand.
Let me see. Oh, okay. This one has essay
Okay.
and it's locked. I don't know what that means.
What do you mean it's locked?
It means like nobody can make more comments or posts or anything. But it looks like it's someone was assaulted and they had a baby.
Oh. How's this relationship? 52.
Yeah, the mom is 52 and the daughter is 32.
Okay, you don't want to read it? I mean, last time you had a good call on.
I mean, I can read it, but it's probably gonna be bad.
Okay, read it. Give us some.
Okay. I mean, this is not. I don't know how this relationship, because I feel like, well,
Listen.
I guess it depends who did the essay.
Okay.
Okay. So this one says, my 52 female, or my, which is the mom is 52 and the daughter is 32, had a baby recently and gave me horrifying news. TW, essay.
51?
The mom is 52 and the daughter is 32.
Okay, who had baby?
The daughter.
Okay.
So this post is essentially what the title says. My daughter recently had a baby with her husband, and when I went to see the baby for the first time,
It's black.
I mean, they didn't say there is a.
Okay.
She let out some ground rules for the family. The majority of them were reasonable, like washing hands, no amber necklaces as gifts, respect her privacy, etc. However, she mentioned that her grandfather will not be allowed to be alone with her baby. I thought this was very strange and out of the blue, so I asked her to clarify. She simply restated that he was not allowed to be alone with the baby, ever, at all, at any age.
God, wait, which grandfather?
I'm assuming it's
Her?
the
Dad?
mom's dad.
Okay.
So she always had a conflict with her grandfather. No matter what, she refused to have anything to do with him and speaks poorly of him whenever given the opportunity. She won't go to a family dinners when he's there. She won't spend any sort of time with him, and we had to fight tooth and nail to get him invited to her wedding. She has problems with other family members, but she's never had a problem being cordial with them. Her grandfather is the only exception. Well, I'm not sure for which side.
Mhm.
We actually ended up in a screaming match when she was around 22 about her behavior towards him, where she couldn't or wouldn't provide any solid reason as to why she hated him beyond he's a dick. Yes, he's an asshole, but no more than any other old man. Old men are just at least in my family. I tried to reason with her since he's nearing the end of his life and would love to meet his great grandchild. But she was very firm with me. I felt so stupid because it took me forever to realize why she didn't want him around her baby. She looked at me and very firmly repeated that he was not allowed around her child alone under any circumstances. I asked him what she meant by that, and she didn't say anything, just stared at me. At that point, I started suspecting that he had done something very wrong. And when I asked my daughter what he did, she only said, "You know," and don't want to say or talk about it. Oh my God. I asked her again if he had done something to her, if he had touched her or anything like that, and she just got tear-eyed and told me she didn't want to talk about it. I am devastated. I never thought of him being capable for that kind of behavior, but it does make sense. What? There were a lot of things in my daughter's childhood that were abnormal. Infections, paranoia, depression, etc. that I had chalked up to our family's mental health history and just luck of the draw. I never thought he had anything to do with those problems. I am so lost now. We haven't talked since, and I've been sobbing for hours. I can't
Say
stop.
that, right?
They haven't clarified. They just said the grandparent, but I'm assuming it is her dad.
But she's not referring it to her.
I know, that's what I'm saying. So I don't know what to do, who to tell, if I should tell anyone at all. How do I navigate this? I love my daughter very much, but I'm having trouble coming up with terms with the actions of my father.
Whoa.
Update. I visited my daughter this morning. She did not seem upset with me and was even more excited about her baby than anything, which was lovely to see. I figured she just wanted to drop off topic, but I felt that it was important that I at least apologize. I apologized for forcing him to come to her wedding. She was insistent that it was fine. I was insistent that it was not. I apologized for failing her as a mother and not being more aware of her behavior and feelings. I promised her that if she would like, she will never have to even hear about her grandfather again. It will be like he never existed.
Nice.
Someone in the comments suggested I offered to get her wedding photos edited so that my grandfather wasn't in any of them, and she did take me up on that offer.
Oh,
I asked her what she wanted to do and made it clear that I will support whatever decision she made. She said that enough time has passed and he has gotten enough therapy of her own that his evil actions don't affect her as much as they used to. She says she doesn't really think about it anymore, only when she's around him. She does not want to pursue legal action against him. However, she does not want him to have contact with her or anyone else in the family. I told her that I would make that happen however I needed to. We talked for a very long time. I apologized a lot. I made it clear that she is under no obligation to forgive me, as I wouldn't if I were in her shoes. We hugged a lot. We cried a lot. We will not be acting on anything until she feels comfortable, which she says it might be a while. She is very tired and emotionally postpartum. I will be quietly asking my mother not to allow my father around any of the children in our family until we get things sorted out.
Whoa, until your mom?
Yeah, my daughter gave me
Mom's
permission.
gonna be like, knew it something is up with him.
Honestly, I would not be surprised if the mom knew. Like, how do you not know your spouse does those kind of,
But the thing is that he didn't do anything to his own children. So it's hard to know. Like, if it is your children, you know. But if it is outside, like, how would you know necessarily,
I don't know. So my mother is a very private woman, and we both felt comfortable telling her. Okay.
You felt comfortable telling her?
Yeah, so my mother and we both felt comfortable telling her. Yeah. Like, my daughter is well beyond that. She doesn't seem angry or hurt, but then again, she's had years to come to the terms with thanks to my lack of awareness. Her baby is very beautiful and healthy and is very calm, which will be good for her right now. She's happy and excited to be a mother. I won't fail my grandchild like I failed her, and I will never fail my daughter again. I would like to ask a question though. To the people messaging me with death threats, telling me that there's still time to kill myself and wishing violent rape against me, how are you any less of a monster than my father? Damn.
What, that was the craziest thing to end with. Oh
my God.
It's time to kill yourself? How is that going to help anything?
Yeah, people are being like
You
saying,
stay alive and take accountability for the things you've done. You shouldn't end yourself.
Oh my God. The light just went off. As soon as we say kill you, is this a sign?
Okay. No, right? Like I think
Yeah, no, I never. That's the easy way out.
exactly.
That is the easy
What
way
is
out.
wrong? Okay. Oh my god, that is so hard to swallow. Wow.
And I was like feeling stuff when I was reading. I was like, oh my god, like
Specifically, like the fact that you have never suspected that from your dad, right? And then you just like now think about all the possibilities, and then you might just sit down and think about the things he has done, but you didn't think so much of it.
Well, see, this one the first comment is like my grandfather was an abuser, or my abuser, and when I told my mom when I was 18, she was shocked and told me he had done the same to her.
But it didn't click to her.
Yeah, so ever since then, I have not been able to forgive her. She left me in his care so many times.
Oh, she knew it.
I don't know if she.
No, but there's a
No,
thing
no,
about
no.
it. There's a
But
thing
she's like
about
she worshipped him. Look into your own childhood. If it is your father.
So no, but there's this thing I read one time that the kids that they are sexually abused, it doesn't occur to them that that was wrong a long time. It might even never. Something in their childhood, they just kind of make sense of it, and then they just go with it till it comes out. I did start looking into it because there was this one person that made in a statement like that. That's like, hey, I don't want this person. And you're all like, what's going on? And then later learned that she just occurred to her. Oh my God, the thing that he did and this and this and this or this. And he told it to somebody and they were like, and it just all like suddenly ended on it. So knowing that, and then I looked into it, I was like, oh, it's apparently a common thing. And that's why like, it does, the cults that you stay in and like the dad mates with the children, they don't recognize this as a off thing. Somehow it just internalize it and understand it.
Happen a lot in this Mormon churches. Also documentaries that I've seen. They show all these things.
Oh my God.
But it looks like the comments are...
So just like genetically, like something genetically, I always find it very, of course, like it's disheartening, right? But it's also like confusing to me when people have sexual interest to children.
Well, that's what I think at some point there was like, yeah, like there's something that they're just predisposed to feel that way. But that doesn't mean
something is
they're
messed up in their men.
Yeah, like there's something like
Because
it's like a disease, not a disease, but like a disorder kind of thing.
Yeah.
It's not like they can't help it, kind of thing. To some extent, I'm sure like there has to be
some really bad, unfortunate sickness, right? But
yeah,
it is because the whole thing about puberty is like before it, you're
yeah, you don't feel anything.
You
It's just
don't
like
have it. You don't have that. You just boys and girls look the same. You don't have anything. So like then finding that interesting to do things with, it's just so confusing to me. There are people that they have their pedophilia is toward infants. They're absolutely crazy. There's just like
some people will say they're monsters.
So it's not like about that, oh, they find that attractive. It's
No.
something else in their brain that like taking joy of that being this powerful or this like get a freaking pillow or like there are so many little things. Like there's right now so many toys that they would make that for you. What on earth?
I mean it's very strange. Like it's all these things, right? And like
So there's that. Okay. And then they come to incest.
Oh.
So that's also genetically confusing to me because we are coded to opposites attract. So we are coded to find things that are not like us sexy and attractive for our survival. That is coded in us, right? And then when somebody is finding like when somebody's like you know, like and you like that as a
well, I mean, you can be siblings and not be alike at all.
No, but there's something about it. Like when you're genetically at the same, like when you have a lot of quote, there's something about you like this. There are pheromones that we give off, like that. It's been shown that we do pick up on certain pheromones, right? Like
that wasn't true.
No, there is like a scent. We do have scents. We do have. I mean, I don't think it's like maybe I'm incorrect about the pheromone, but there is something about like the smell.
Oh, okay.
And
like probably, but I'm pretty sure like the whole pheromone thing
it's
is
not pheromone, but there's something about like actual smell that you pick up. sensory thing. There is something about like the similarity that you feel comfort. You like comfort,
Yeah.
but you don't like to act on it sexually. It's just a common thing, and that makes sense because you opposite or genetic diversity causes
Yeah.
getting rid of the diseases, getting rid of all the problems. So that also just makes me feel like, okay, what is in their genetic problem, and maybe we can fucking like study that and just make these people who do have that, carry that kind of weird gene, force them to take out their uteruses and take out their balls. Like, well, you should not make this. Just you have a fucking meat,
Yeah.
you know.
I mean, but that's not the only
It's like
thing you
that.
can do, right?
Yeah, but first of all, let's just stop making more of you. That's enough.
But it is
I
like,
think it's very practical.
but it's like it is a mutation. It's random. You don't just because someone has it, somebody else is gonna.
I don't know. We haven't done research on that, sir.
I'm just saying, but
Not done.
you cannot prove like, oh yeah, but just because you.
What if we look into these and there is a genome in them, like, get all the pedophilias? Oh my God, did we just come up with a research study?
That would that.
What?
Research studies on weed don't get approved. You think something like this?
Considering what a big profile it is, maybe it does fly. I don't know enough genetics.
Yeah.
We need to get.
Oh yeah, it's more like a epidemiology stuff.
Because there's a lot of fMRIs and like things done in those people, but like wonder if there's like linkage and looked into like if there is a genome in them. For example, and I know it's not an easy thing because like a schizophrenia is proven to be genetic, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's even found like the way that the hereditary works in terms of the tree, that the odds that is higher to go from father to daughter than daughters, or from mothers to daughters, right? But they haven't found exact genes yet. So there's just like a huge chunk of genes.
Yeah, but
So it's because it's so hard, like the similarity is really low. Even though they know it's genetic because of the statistics, but they haven't found the gene divided. There's like some studies that they're like suspected this huge chunk, but it could be, it's not really that narrowed down.
yeah.
So it's gonna be hard to study, but
But let me think about
like
it.
it's just like it's extra and because like, yeah, sure, you go kill somebody or he'll and imagine like somebody comes and kills somebody's kid. The life of those people has changed for the rest of their life. But doing something like this to children that they have not developed brain, they don't have rights, they don't have anything.
They're completely bored.
Exactly. And then there's this thing like, sure, of course it is the responsibility of the parents and adults, but as it's been shown, always these things happens within family and friends, close people to you, right? So then like, what the hell are you supposed to do? How much can you look?
I don't know.
That was so disturbing.
It was very, but especially.
These are not what we signed up for.
Well, that's why I told you.
True. Go to divorce. Cheating. Go to cheating.
Oh, that's
yeah. Like more fun to look at, because there's not. I mean, even though they're horrible, but not like children. Or what was the other thing you read?
Well, there's cheating on, infidelity, or cheating stories.
Cheated on.
And there's adultery. Oh my God, there's so many.
Isn't adultery the same as affairs?
I mean, adultery just means like one of the people do.
It's just like an older.
Yeah, it's like
Okay.
yeah.
Okay, it's
it's
my
not-
turn. Let me.
Okay.
My throat. It's interesting. Like that. This give me like a. Rock
It was-
in my throat.
Okay, cheated on. New one, guys.
Done with cheating wife. Okay. Old news. This seems like, all right, great for you. No, it was this straw. They broke, I think
the camel's back.
that broke the camel's
Mhm.
back. This person is male 55 and their wife is female 52. So my wife informed me months ago that she would seek intimacy outside our marriage due to my medical condition. Informed me. I begged her not to, but to no avail. She has been on dating apps and would get dressed up to go on dates and not come back until morning or later. most good for him. 52. They have so much action going on. I'm not good for. I'm not proud of. Just proud of her actions, getting so much action. Okay.
Kervian, I think
She
that's a bit what kind
no,
of
no, no.
guys you see.
Oh,
That's a bit what kind of guys.
oh, that's a good point.
Yeah.
That's a good point. Yeah, that's a very good point. Yeah, I did not. I was just thinking high quality. She has become rude, demanding, dismissive of me. Well, unbeknownst. What is? How old are you, sir?
Yeah, well, he's 55.
What voice like literature from 1800 years ago? Been okay. Well, unbeknownst
Mhm.
to her, I have been planning my revenge.
Oh,
Oh, I sold the house. I am the only one on the title. Solid both. So you write unbeknownst, but there's so many typos. Sold both cars. Have sent all out furniture to a consignment seller. Why, you ask? She decided she was going to let her latest date take her to Jamaica for 2 weeks. I have had enough. When she gets back, she will find the locks changed, her phone turned off, bank cards cancelled, also in my name, and a letter from my lawyer waiting at the door. Me? I'm writing this on a flight to my new home in a country with no extradition treaties with the US. What does that mean?
I don't know.
Did you not need to say that? Are you white? How white are you? That's actually a better question. You did not say that. Like, we were with you till this moment, with several $100,000 already transferred into an offshore account. Fuck that bitch. I hope she has to turn tricks to survive. Ha ha ha. Oh my god, that's awesome. You should have put up a camera to film her reaction. Oh, and I hope you change your number because she's gonna blow up your phone. I really hope you enjoy your new home. The same person says, oh, I forgot. If you make one, please update me. I'd love to know how this turns out and what that conversation with your ex-wife was like. Update me. Please update me. Your comment history doesn't line up with this post at all.
Wait, someone's saying that they're looking at his post history and this says, your comment history doesn't line up with this post at all. Someone said, thanks for the wild ride. Throw an app emoji. Bro literally uses Reddit for the privacy. I don't blame his wife if this is who she married.
What is going on? I'm sorry. I'm so disaster.
The comments are saying like, hey, like they look into this guy's history. Oh my god. Okay, no.
You should be a stripper.
It's gonna be like porn
Oh, let me
Reddit.
see. Let me see.
No, this is my.
You already clicked on it.
No, but I didn't open the links. I just look at his
How did you
comments.
see porn
No,
so
look,
fast? That was impressive.
it has the 18th. Look, this one says blonde bombshells. You should be stripped.
Yeah, divorce papers. Put clothes.
Put clothes on.
If that was a surprise to me, yep, I'd throw you out in heartbeat. Yes, sit on my face.
And tell me why you love me, baby. You were not married. You're the owner of a subhuman. What?
Okay. Well,
See, this thing, look, Chinese sluts club. Confessions gone wild. This guy is something else. Look,
is this what he wrote?
yes.
I fucked a Thai prostitute on the altar of the Catholic Cathedral of Bangkok back in 1986. They did not use to lock it at night. We went in, both drunks. I fucked after getting all her clothes off her. She passed out on the altar naked. I gave her clothes to one of the stunned praying old women sitting in the pews, and I walked out.
I don't think this is either. This is not true, or this guy is just making up stuff.
What was medical condition? Is he like a psychopath or?
Yeah. So, especially this, like, I can tell he thinks so highly of women based on his history and all these things.
Well, he's going. I mean, I don't think the fact that he is like he's somebody who doesn't have intimacy with anybody, right? He goes on internet and does these things. It doesn't surprise me at all. Doesn't surprise me at all, right? But and also it doesn't make me feel like he deserves what his wife is doing to him necessarily, just because he does that. Because pigs, men, a lot of men are pigs. They don't think like, oh, they just think, especially the older generation, they think like, oh, if they didn't want somebody did see it or say comment, they wouldn't put it in the internet. Like they feel like it doesn't make me a bad person if I see this sexually. You knew what you're doing. You're a slut, right? So in their that's just like old style thing. But I'm so confused.
Oh my!
I'm confused on like so he like loved his like I like this person would have not been okay from first time that his wife go out, right? Dating, coming down.
That's what I'm saying, Sho.
Especially he obviously has money. He's the provider, right? Or whatever, retired or I don't know what. He would have not put up with this as much.
But is he see the line of he just doing it to get attention, or like, look, everybody says like update me, and yeah. No. Oh my God.
How come before the light wouldn't
Yeah, we wouldn't do that before. But
I was still are we today? Okay, let's just leave it on this one.
yeah, let's just this one was
I
very.
don't know why my socks get tired. Like everybody is so bad.
Well, you chose the.
Internet is bad for you.
Not that gonna top off.
Oh yes, nothing is gonna top of Achta. Seriously, the number of days that comes to my mind, and I think like somebody is really living like that. That's crazy.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, thank you for hanging out with us on this episode. Yeah, give us some more feedback, please. Maybe we did something wrong back then and you guys just decided to give up. But let us know.
Yeah, let us know. Like we do know that some of our friends are still listening. If you are our friend and listening, give us a thumbs up. Thank you for staying with us.
Yeah, that's it. Oh.
Also, if you see us in real life, give us topics that you like us to talk about. Like genuinely, we need some ideas.
But
okay,
that is all for this episode. Thank you for hanging out and let's skedaddle.
Bye-bye.